dawn on Monday, June 13th, a counselor found 3 small bodies, still in their sleeping bags, piled near the so-called Kiowa encampment, changing the mood from happiness to horror.
3 young girls, ages 8, 9, and 10, were brutally beaten, attacked, and killed by an unknown assailant. The evidence strongly indicates that the girls were attacked while sleeping in their tent, were sexually assaulted, and were taken from the tent and left some distance away.
The victims were identified as 9-year-old Michelle Gousset of Broken Arrow, 8-year-old Lori Farmer, and 10-year-old Denise Milner, both of Tulsa.
So let me give you a little bit more details about what we're doing out here today. Now, first of all, if you have no idea what the Girl Scout murders are from Oklahoma, I urge you guys to go get on YouTube right now and look it up and to catch yourself up with this case. To say the least, it is horrible. It was a very bad thing, but the bad guy was caught. Now, saying that, the reason that we're out here today is because some investigators were looking into this case. They're talking to the family, digging a little deeper, because they were convinced that there were some accomplices. This guy did not work alone. And they heard that the accomplices were in prison and they admitted to driving the getaway car. And this car is a old Road Runner. And apparently inside this car, there's a lot of more evidence that could link them to the crimes. And so that's what we're doing out here today. We are coming to look for this car, see if we can find it. If this car is actually out here, that could lead to other people being charged in this crime, which is a good thing, because this is probably the worst case you could think of. It involved small children, and unthinkable acts were done to these children, which ultimately led to their death. And everybody needs to be held accountable. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to come out here today, and we're going to help these guys search the river for the cars. They have a certain spot that they want us to look, but we're ultimately going to search as much river as we can so we know that we didn't miss this thing. So let's jump into the video right now, show you guys what we found. All right, so we have reached the location of what we're going to be searching today. Ear Bob Road is what we took here, and it's just like this. I mean, it's a boat ramp. You can see it right here, but essentially what we're doing is this is kind of like an offshoot from the main channel. So we're going to put in the river, we're going to put in this water, I take it back, then we're going to go out to the river, go upstream a little ways. That is where the alleged accomplices said they dumped the car. So we're gonna go up there right now and start searching. We're gonna search all this water anyways, make sure there's nothing else out here.
So according to the private investigator, this whole area is known for kind of dumping grounds, criminal activity. I guess the tip we got is that there's a road up that way, and yeah, one of the suspects' house is right there. And the thought process is like, oh, let's get rid of this vehicle as quickly as possible. Maybe they didn't want to come here. They just dumped it right, because the road, I guess you'll see once we go over there, the road's right by the house.
We're starting here, and we're gonna go out to the river and go upstream, and that's where you said the alleged bad guys, they lived. And that's where they dumped the car.
So that's kind of our primary spot. There is like local survey sonar charters, I guess, that have been out here that the investigator talked to. He said that they got signals out here that they think are vehicles. So we're gonna double check that too, I guess.
Might as well.
But we're gonna focus on what we were told, you know, this exact spot of where the car is. And it should stand out. I mean, it's pretty rocky out here. It does flood, but I don't see a lot of mud.
No, definitely, I wouldn't say it's a muddy bottom. It looks definitely a really rocky area. So I think a car could be sitting on the rocks for 50 years. Probably still see the tires. So let's back the boat in and see what we can find.
Good.
All right, we got the boat in the water. We're going to start this search today. This is actually this is a different case. This is like, you know, usually we go out here looking for a missing person. This one's going to be exciting because we have confessions from the accomplices saying they pushed the car in up here. So if they're telling the truth, we're gonna find that car. And it's just around the way, but we're gonna scan this area really good. You know, make sure we're not missing anything here too. But let's get out there in that river, see if we can find this car.
This could be a complete strikeout. It's just one of those things where we can't not go check on it, you know.
It might as well.
It's a case like involving a car. If there's a car here, I think we'll find it. Because the spot over here, people have found cars because it's where people put in with their boats. Up here to the right, it's not somewhere you would be looking for a car necessarily.
So we just like scan this whole thing or make our way all the way up here?
I don't think you can get here. I mean, it's not, let me look at my map and see. It's not too far.
It's like 30 feet. There's 30 feet right here. Look at that. It must drop straight
30
off.
feet?
Yeah. There's
If you want, you
massive fish.
keep scanning. Let me get my bearings and stuff together.
62. It's cold. It's not as cold as Oak Ridge was, so it's manageable. If you guys did not already know, we are an official nonprofit now. So if you guys like what you're watching, you love what we're doing, and you want to help us out, go to the link in the description down below and hit that donate button. You can donate $5, you can donate $100, whatever you feel comfortable with. And if you can't donate anything, don't even worry about it. Just watch this video, hit a thumbs up, maybe even leave a comment, and keep us motivated to keep on doing what we're doing. So that's what we're looking at so far. I mean, it's definitely deep enough, 20, 30 feet up and down. It's very rocky on this side. That way is the shoreline that way. Shooting 100 feet, so we're definitely covering a lot of ground right now. And we're just gonna cruise this whole thing all the way up there. He's marked it up there is where the heart is, but we're gonna check all of it just in case the car may have like floated downstream a little bit, because that's usually what happens. Like, depending on if the windows were all up and how far the car floated. But if they wanted it to sink fast, maybe they rolled all the windows down, they thought about it for 2 seconds, and it's sitting right where they pushed it in.
Well, about right here, there's a road, you know, going down, but then there's one going straight that way. But I think it's right on top of that ridge. So I'm wondering if, I mean, there had to be a way to get down here.
They had to get the car down here somehow. Okay, so we've been searching for about an hour now. We covered the spot where we was told that the car would be. Didn't see anything. We're gonna go back down there and double check, make sure we cover that whole area, because 9 times out of 10, when we hear somebody like the car's right there, they were wrong. The car was not there. The car was like, gee, it could be like miles upstream, miles downstream. So very rarely people tell us like the car's right there and it's not. You know, no fault to them. It's just how these things go. So we're gonna check everywhere we can on the river in this, anything that makes sense. And right now we're, what do you say, Big Hollow?
Big Hollow Creek.
Big Hollow Creek. It's pretty darn shallow, but we're gonna check over here because they said cars get dumped over here all the time. But right now the water is really low, so I mean 4 feet, I don't think we're gonna find a car in that, but we'll scan this area really good. This is the area I'm telling you about right here, Big Hollow. I mean, you got areas over here, there's old boat ramp, there's another boat ramp over there. This would be a good spot to dump cars, but yeah, it's really shallow. The water's super low, like I said, so I don't know. We'll clear it, we'll get back out on the river, see what else we can find. I just don't know, bro. Might have call this spot clear if I got to the river.
Oh, it's so shallow here. The car would scream out.
Oh yeah. So we're heading back. We checked that one spot that we thought might be a car. This second pass looks like something. A huge bait ball. I don't know. Let's see what pops up again, because we went right over top of it. It sure did look like something. I think that's it right there. All right, so we got ourselves a car. The way it looks on sonar, it doesn't look like a Roadrunner. It looks like somebody launched this car off this cliff. Look at this cliff behind me here. See right here, you could drive right up on here. We saw a truck up here earlier. Looks like it came off this cliff and hit it. The sonar shot looks like it hit the water pretty hard. It's either the hood that's crumpled up or the deck lid. So we'll see. Adam's gonna be the diver today. He's gonna dive it. I think what we're gonna do is mark it with a magnet, and then we'll set the buoy up, and then we're gonna continue search and scan and make sure we didn't miss anything. Then we're gonna come back and we'll dive this and clear it. So let's find the bag. I think it's behind you, and then we'll hit it with a magnet. That was fun. Got that marked, but that took forever. It makes me wonder if this car's fiberglass.
That's what I'm wondering.
Might be another Corvette or something. Maybe a Saturn. Those things are made of plastic, so get rid of that thing so we can get the flock out of this area. All right.
All right, let me give you guys a quick recap on what's going on so far. We have searched a really good spot, a really good section back and forth, right? And we ended up finding one car. We already have it marked with a magnet. We're gonna dive in a little bit. We've made our way down to the spot where we thought the investigator told us the car was dumped. Now, come to find out, we got an update from the investigator. He said the railroad tracks used to be here, right? They ran right along the river. They're not there no more, but apparently that's what they were saying, is they were pushing, the car was on the railroad tracks and they were taking it to a spot to dump it. It got stuck. They brought a truck in to push the car down to where they wanted it, right? So that's how the whole railroad tracks car got stuck thing, like theory, whatever, came into play, right? But they don't know exactly where. So we're starting now at the spot where he said it could be dumped. And we're gonna keep going all the way where the railroad tracks followed. I think we got like a mile or two of water to check. But so now I'm rejuvenated with the search, because I was actually like about to say, okay, well, it's not here. But now we have a whole new section of river to check. So let's just get on it. Let's start searching this spot now too. There's a boat ramp right there. And right downstream, we're underneath an old abandoned bridge. You can see the pillars here. But right there, we are directly underneath it. It's very hard to tell what it is.
Big old fish right
but it's
there.
Upside down. There's a tire here. There's another little one back there. There you go. Go back. Right there's a really good shot of it. Tire, and it's small. I mean, if it's a car, it's tiny, or it could be something else. You know, it could be a golf cart, four-wheeler.
It does look like a golf cart.
It could be something really tiny.
I think it's a golf cart.
I don't know. It could be one of those UTV. What do you call those? The utility vehicle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The Razors. Could be one of those.
That's a kind of big.
I mean, there's a big fender right there.
That's probably a car.
Yeah, it's probably just a car. But it looks small either way.
It does kind of look that
Yeah.
where the door jamb is. Yeah.
Looks like the door's missing.
Maybe it is like a.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
One way to find out. So let me change real quick, and then we'll solve this mystery.
How cool! So we got two cars.
I don't think it's the B.
Yeah, I still think it's a Super B, but there are other missing people in the area, so it's worth checking instead of just, you know, assuming it's nobody. See if you can find a tag. You never know. All right, am I taking you out there? Is that what we're doing? Huh? All right. He just went down. I mean, we're talking 7 feet is where this car is at. I mean, he could find it and probably stand on it. Finding it is the kicker, because you could be at 1 inch off and you'll go right by it and not even know it.
I don't know what it is, dude. It's no viz. I'm pulling that off the back. There's a number on that. GM, made in USA.
I mean, I think we could figure out what it is with these part numbers. Chevy Camaro. That part came off of 82 to 86 Chevy Camaro.
82 to 86.
It was early 80s Camaro.
got?
What we got?
A Chevy Malibu.
It is not the car.
Like silver or light blue or something.
Yeah. Did
Still rip that off. Just to...
No tag?
No tag. It was dumped.
Windows down, all that?
Well, the front was busted. I felt the driver's was down, I guess.
Was the hood the one that's folded up, or was the trunk? Remember we saw it, like, thought it was wrecked?
I don't know. I landed on the hood. It didn't feel folded up.
It might have been the back. I don't know. Why don't you...
Let me get out of here.
Yeah, get up.
Dude, it was pretty cold, and it felt... you know, it's kind of cold because it felt warm up here, right here. I'm like, oh, it's warm.
Oh, this is really nice.
But now I'm cold.
A foot down, like, jeez. All right, so we made it back to the truck, and we're all loaded up, ready to go. We did not find the Super B, which really does suck. You know, I was really hoping for that. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're just going off a rumor here, and, like, these guys in prison they might just be flat out talking out of their ass, so to speak, you know. They could be lying, looking for attention. Who knows? You know, maybe they just want a friend, and that's why they keep spreading this. But we didn't find the car we was looking for, but we did find 2 cars.
It's a long day.
It is a long
productive day. I mean, we didn't find the car, but it's still up in the air if it's 100% true. We don't know.
I don't know.
You know,
we'll find out eventually.
We were hoping it was, and maybe it is, and it's buried. Maybe we'll find out. Someone else will find it.
And remember, we do have the nonprofit, so if you want to keep food in our bellies and keep gas in this giant truck, go to the nonprofit, rapidcc.org, and throw us $5. If not, no big deal. Hit that thumbs up on this video, and man, we're at it again tomorrow.
Yep.
So until we meet again, my name is Jeremy Adam Brown, and we'll see you on the next video.